All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, where I learn the truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophets, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere in your children. Shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be building off of the situation where you have basically Donald Trump giving the power over to the National Guard in Washington, D.C. And this is only the beginning of what's to come throughout these cities here in America, man. You see, and this is a prelude to martial law, to what's to come, man, because ultimately we're in those times and seasons, man. You see, where all of these things that the men of the Lord, starting off with the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, have been warning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians about, that we're in these times, man. So we're at the end, you see, and that's why you got all of these things ultimately occurring at one time, because a lot of people don't understand that we're actually at the end, man. And when I say end, I'm talking about the ending of an eon or an age. We're at the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man being in power. And that's why you got all of these things ultimately occurring in the world, especially here in this place, America, and things are only going to get worse. So I'm actually grab this precept that I got right here. This is Ezekiel chapter 7. And I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come." Right? Verse 6, "And the end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." And that's what a lot of these people here in this place don't understand, the time and season we're in. You see? Only people that can see this time is the hopeful elect men and women. We are able to understand that, hey, we're in the times of the end, man. We're at the time where the Lord is about to judge this place, America, and about to judge the earth. You see, and this is only the beginning of it, with everything that you see ultimately occurring, with this devil bringing in the military and things like that, because ultimately things are about to get worse in this place, right? So I'm actually grab this precept as well that I got. Then I'm gonna get into the video. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself." Right? And you measure the time by ultimately looking at the prophecies of what it says in the scriptures, and you align it with what's happening in the world. So we see all of the tokens that our Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, left his disciples over 2,000 years ago. We see all of these signs occurring now in the earth, as the Lord said that they would in the end of days. You see, we see the earthquakes happening in diverse places. We got the nation going against nation. You see, soon to happen here in Babylon the Great. You see, you got kingdoms going against kingdoms. You see, you got all of these different things happening. The pestilences happening everywhere. You see famines happening in certain regions. You see, all of these things are the signs of the times, man. And that proves that we're at the end, right? So it says, "And when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before," right? Verse 2. "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And when you go into that word visit, it means to punish or to judge. So we're in the time and season where the Lord is about to judge or punish this world which he made. You see, and he's about to do it through these various different evils that are about to occur in these times, man. You see, verse 3, "Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes," right, "and uproars of the people in the world," which you have going on now. You actually got protests happening right now in Washington, D.C. due to everything that's happening out there. You see, so all of these are the tokens, you see, just indicating that things are about to get worse here in America, man. That's all is signifying that doom and gloom is getting ready to come to this place, man, as the men of the Lord have told you people. All right. Verse 4. "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High, Yahweh, spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." You see, because everything that is ultimately playing itself out now was written in the beginning of time. You see, in the beginning, and these things are now starting to manifest themselves and play out now. That's why it tells you in Habakkuk 2 and 3, "For the vision," meaning the prophecies, "is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry." And that's these prophecies. They're no longer tarrying. They're beginning to actually manifest, because we're in that time. You see? So it says, verse 5, "For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest." You see? And that's why we know we're at the end, because we see everything that the Lord have told us happening now in real time. We're seeing these things happening. We're seeing the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. We're seeing the beginning stages of this devil coming with great wrath. You see, we see all these things happening, man. And all it symbolizes, hey, we're at the end of this thing, man. You see? So I'm going to get into this video. so we can just, watch it and see what they're talking about. But like I said, everything that Trump is doing is what's ultimately about to lead to chaos taking place in this country, America. You see? Because, hey, things are about to get worse in this place, man. You see, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, 2nd Esdras chapter 16, and various other different scriptures are about to start manifesting themselves. Isaiah, you see, 19. It's about to get real crazy out here in these streets of Babylon, man. And that's because, like I said, we're at the end. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is about to bring judgment to this place, man. You see? So, fair use under 1976 Copyright Act. Not getting paid for this video. It's only for educational purposes only. Fair use.
This morning, the nation's capital put on notice, awaiting the arrival of hundreds of National Guard troops as the president places Washington, D.C. under federal control.
This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back.
President Trump declaring a public safety emergency in D.C., placing Attorney General Pam Bondi in charge of the D.C. Metropolitan Police, and activating some 800 National Guard troops, the first time the National Guard has been deployed to D.C. since after the 2021 attack on the Capitol. Overnight, the Secretary of Defense saying they'll be ready to act.
They're going to be proactive. If you take an action or a shot at them, there will be a consequence. We're not going to have National Guard just sitting there like this, seeing a crime committed and not do something about it.
The Guard is being deployed to assist law enforcement.
And y'all hear what it is he's saying. And that's exactly what this all is about to lead up towards. Because I actually got this, I'm finna show this post that I have, right? And it goes to show you that this devil is not going to stop at D.C. with what he's doing. This is only the beginning of what's coming to America. This is about to be taking place in a lot of these states, man. All 50 plus states are about to be under military patrol very soon, man. Like I said, because these devils, knowing that they have a short time, they're beginning to make their moves, man. They're trying to establish this new world order, man. And that's what they're doing. So, hey, things are only about to get worse from here on out, right? So I got this article, as you see. And it says, President Trump just called out Oakland, California as a city he might take over due to rising crime, even hinting at sending in the National Guard. He's already mentioned deploying troops to D.C. and named New York City, Baltimore, Chicago, and L.A. as other possible targets. So you see, we're getting ready to come into that time. Like I said, any city where there's alleged crime and where you got a lot of jakes that are just, walling out and doing all type of wickedness, those are about to be the cities that these devils are about to send these troops to, man. So like I said, we're getting ready to come into that time, man. You see, everything is getting ready to manifest. And like I said before, all of this stuff is only going to lead to chaos, man. You see, but that's what these devils want. Order out of chaos. You see, so that can give them an excuse to try to come in with this agenda that they want to establish their enterprise. You see, so I'm actually go to that real quick because this is what everything is leading up towards. Because like I said, what you think is going to happen once these military troops begin to go into these certain neighborhoods where you got Jake at, and they're forcing them to go into houses and all of these different types of things that they're going to try to implement. You know how Jake is. A lot of our people are rebellious. 2/3 of them. They're going to try to do things the way they want to do it. And that's what's finna create a lot of crime and a lot of, difficult times that are about to come upon this place, America, man. Everything is being set. Like I said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has everything moving in the direction of prophecy, man. And these are prophecies that are being fulfilled right in front of people's face, man. You see, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2, right? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, talking about you Americans, man, you Babylonians. Soon to come, you people in this place are about to be fighting against each other, man. Right. And that's what everything is being set in place for, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the one that's controlling these things. He's all allowing these things to manifest for his will to be done, for these prophecies to come to pass. You see? So it says, and they shall fight, right? Everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom, because that's what's going to stem out of all of this, man. You see, once these military troops start taking over these various different little places and cities and start doing the job of the police, guess what? You're going to have a lot of people that's not going to take that nicely, you see, and you're going to have a lot of people that's going to react. Like I said, that's why it tells you in 2nd Esdras 15, I'm going to actually grab that, right? And I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world, meaning destruction, because that's what the Lord is bringing. Matthew 10:34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Destruction, chaos, separation, division. That's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is bringing to America. You see? It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction drive nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's what's soon about to be taking place out here in these streets of America. That's why you got these devils constantly putting the military in place, you know, setting them up, putting all of these concentration centers around the United States up, because they know it's only a matter of time before people get fed up and people start losing their minds out here and bugging out and doing all type of, you know, crazy things. And they already got everything in place, man. You see? So, hey, this is the time of season that we're approaching, you know? It says, verse 16, and this is what's going to be the result of that. Because like I said, once people start bugging out and things in this country start getting worse, guess who people are going to look at as the problem? The government, right? So it says, for there should be sedition among men, which goes into people uprising against the government. That's what you're going to have going on real soon, man. You see? It says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? People ain't going to be regarding the military. People ain't going to be regarding Donald Trump, these police officers, all of these other various people who they're going to try to set in place to try to bring in order out of the chaos. They're not going to be regarding these people, man. Right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's what time of season we getting ready to come into, man. Right? And we seeing it manifest right before our eyes. Right? But only the people who Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is dealing with, you know, being his elect, you know, Abarat we be at that number. Only they can see the times and seasons we're in. Only they can understand the severity of what's to come very soon. Everybody else, they just thinking this stuff is normal. Like this stuff is going to fade away. It's going to go away. You know, always going to get back normal real soon. No, what's coming is things is about to get shaken up in this place, America, man. That the Lord is really about to judge this place, you see. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, the season and time that we're in. You see, but that's what's coming. All right. So I'm actually get back into this video. Right. We're going to finish listening to what that's saying.
Enforcement activities. Guardsmen always have weapons available, according to a U.S. official, but whether they will be armed for these duties is up to their commander. The president is painting an apocalyptic picture of the nation's capital, adamant crime is spiraling out of control. But the official figures show crime in the capital is actually in decline. Violent crime recently hitting a 30-year low, down 26% since last year.
You see? And that's how you know this man is the devil. Because at the end of the day, here it is. They're saying that the crime is at a low, but still the way that they're going about, you know, trying to establish it, they're basically making people feel as though that it's just a terrible place that ultimately need to be taken care of. You see, that's why in the scriptures it tells you in Psalms chapter 55, right? And I'm going to start at verse 21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. That's talking about this devil, because ultimately here it is. The statistics say that there's not too much crime happening in D.C., but in his mind, you see these devils because they're trying to bring forth their New World Order agenda. You see, out of bringing order out of chaos that they're ultimately creating. That's why it tells you in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices, man. You see, because we know what it is that these people are ultimately trying to bring about. So we're not ignorant of the things that they're doing, what they're saying, and, you know, the lies that they're spreading. You see, all for their agenda to be fulfilled. So it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, right? So like I said, he's telling the people out here that, hey, we're going to bring in the National Guard, you know, because we're trying to protect the people. We're trying to lower crime and all of that different stuff. But mind you, all of that is only a deception, you see, because at the end of the day, this man wants to bring in the military for complete control over the people. You see, it's not about trying to ultimately to deter crime or to take it away and things of that nature, which what they're ultimately telling the people. No, it's not about that. It's about maintaining control, you see. So it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, you see, because he always has a hidden agenda. You see, that's why the scriptures tells you in Sirach 12:10 to never trust thine enemy, man. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. You see? And we're getting into that time of season where this devil is about to truly show those horns. He's about to show his wickedness at a high scale here in America, man. Right? It said his words were salted in oil, right? Yet were they drawing swords, right? You see, because like I said, this man has a hidden motive. He's ultimately talking about how he's trying to bring in peace, but he's not really trying to bring peace, because we know that that's not this devil's character, man. The Lord said that he have created all things, even the wicked, for the day of evil, man. Proverbs 16:4. And that's talking about this devil. And that's what he's about to do, as it tells you in Revelation 6:4. Right? I'm going to grab that. And it says, and there went out another horse that was red, representing Esau, Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's what he's soon about to do. He's about to, show those horns more and more. And he's about to take peace from this place, America. So that's why you're about to have so much chaos soon to come happening in this place. You see, that's why we know that we're in the beginning stages of martial law. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. All of these things are soon about to manifest, man. You see, because we're in that time of season, right? So I'm going to get back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And I'm going to start at verse 17. It said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And the reason you won't be able to move around freely in these cities, because like I said, you're going to have military everywhere, man. Martial law going to be in place. You see, 15-minute smart cities. These are all of the plans that these devils has for their new world order. And that's what they're ultimately trying to put in place, you see. So you won't be able to move around ultimately unless you have that C-hip, man, because that's what it all goes back to, the MOTB. You see, complete control, right? Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see, so that's ultimately what's about to happen real soon in this place, America. A lot of these people, due to their pride, is about to be terrified. They're about to be afraid with the judgment that the Lord is about to allow this devil, which is the so-called white man, to bring upon them, man. Mainly the 2/3 of his people and you heathens, man. You see, this is what you people is about to have to go through real soon, because we know that this man Esau is the sword of the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side. He's only doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Lord is in control of all things, man. You see, he controls both the right-hand side and the left. That's Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, do all these things. So the Lord is the one that's about to bring this judgment. He's just going to use the so-called white man to administer it. You see, but it's the Lord that's guiding and controlling him. You see, but like I said before, all of this is going to do is just lead to complete chaos. You see, lead into all type of different, evils manifesting here in America. You see, civil unrest, chaos, class wars, race wars, civil wars. You see, that's what's happening, man. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, getting straight to the point, verse 31. It said, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. And that's what's finna stem out of all of this stuff that we see these devils doing. Complete chaos, man. You see, because that's what they ultimately want to bring. You see, because in order for them to bring in the so-called order, it has to be chaos, right? So that's what they're doing, man. And the Lord is allowing this devil to create it, because that's what he was created to do, to be the wicked. You see? So I'm going to get back into this video. We're going to finish watching it.
Burglary down 19%. Murder down 12%.
When we think of emergencies, it usually involves surges in crime.
Mayor Muriel Bowser acknowledges there's little she can do. D.C. is not a state, and the president has the authority to take over the city's police department.
And while this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised.
Trump, eager to show he's tough on crime, has shown a willingness to use military force in major cities. Earlier this summer, sending 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines to quell immigration protests in Los Angeles. Now he's...
So you see, and all of these things that he's doing are preludes, you see, for the real deal that's coming. So all of these things that these devils are doing is what they have in store, which is to lock this place America down. That's the plan of these elites, the bankers that are at the top that are ultimately controlling this place America. Because we know Donald Trump is nothing more but a puppet. Only thing he's doing is taking orders from the elites, the banker families at the top, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, all of those different types of people. You see those little hats. So they're taking orders from them, and they're doing ultimately what they want them to bring about, which ultimately is the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because like I said, everything is going in the direction of prophecy being fulfilled. So everything that this man thinks he's doing is ultimately being orchestrated by the Lord for his will to be done. You see, that's why it tells you in Isaiah, right? Chapter 55. And I'm going to read verse 11, right? In the KJV. And it says, so shall my word, right? What is the word of the Lord? The prophecies. Be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, meaning empty, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So like I said, everything that Esau is doing is ultimately going in the direction of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh's words coming to pass. You see? So like I said, we're in these times, brothers and sisters, where, you know, things are about to begin to start escalating. You see? Because the Lord is not playing with these people on this earth, man. It's about to get worse out here. You know, judgments are coming full swing. You see? That's why I'm going to grab this precept right here. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16. And I'm going to go down. I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse 37. It said, behold, the plagues, right, which are talking about these evils, these judgments, draw nigh, right, which means they're fastly approaching, and are not slack, right? Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, right? Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. You see, and that's what the Lord is about to bring upon this world, and to this place, America, especially this place being the headquarters of wickedness. The Lord is about to bring sorrows on all sides, man. You see, that's what's about to come upon this place. And we're seeing the beginning of sorrows, man. Because like I said, what this devil Trump is doing is only the beginning of what these devils have in store for you Babylonians, man, for you people. All right. So it's only going to get worse from here on out. But us hopeful elect brothers and sisters, you see, this is the time for us to constantly be, you know, putting all our trust and hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because the Lord is going to be our only protector in these times and seasons that we're fastly coming into, man. Because like I said, things are not going to get normal, man. Things are just going to continue to keep getting worse from here on out, right? As it tells you right here in this precept, I'm going to grab, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 14. Verse 16, and it says, for yet greater evils, meaning bad times, right, than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So each day that goes by is going to be worse than the day before. You see, that's the time and season that we're in, that each day that goes by is going to be something bad that's taking place. You see, 2 Timothy 3:1, in the last days perilous times shall come. We're living in those perilous times, man, where anything is bound to happen at any given time. You see? So it says, verse 17, for look how much the world, right, talking about this eon, this age, right, shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Talking about you people, man, you Babylonians and you people worldwide. Anybody that's not ultimately of the Lord's elect remnant, you see, you're about to suffer in these times that the Lord is about to bring, man, because it's about to get real severe out here in these streets of Babylon, man. You see, and like I said, these are the times that are upon us, right? So, you know, that's pretty much everything I had to say with today's video. Lord's willing, I pray it be edifying to you brothers and sisters that come across it. With that being said, to the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.